Hello, I promised somebody that to get Pymenu on this one. Now, this one is the RS-97 model, which is also called RetroGame. It's a 3 inches diagonally, and this one, all the game work, uh, but I haven't got a chance to get everything working because uh, there's a lot of emulator on this that work. So it's worth making this to a Pymenu because it's easier to see everything is, and it's much better to toddle around. So you can see this one had more emulator than Sega. This one also has Sega Master and also Sega Genesis and also Game Gear. And they have something called Pokemon Mini, which I have to go find out whether I had to Google search for this. I don't have any Pokemon Mini in my life, not in my life, but in my game set. I don't have Pokemon Mini, so I need to go find where I could find those. And this is PC Engine, and PC Engine is the one that apparently it does work, and it worked very well because one of my game that I used to play, if you guys was following me, in the American version, Turbo 16, this air zone, it wasn't working, okay, and here the sound worked just fine. So let me demonstrate that. I should have put, I'm holding it up in the, I'm gonna make my hand tired pretty soon. Let me make this lower so I could show it without raising the system, because I need to show you how to make it work on Pymenu on this. It's not where you just download the link and burn it and it work. It doesn't work that way, because you know RS-97 have a lot of different model. So the guy who did the Jet Li created the Pymenu. He only created one image, but I text him asking which version that you use to create the Pymenu, because it doesn't work on my model, which is mine is version 2.1 RetroGame, and it doesn't work on this one. This one's considered 2.1, the old version. If you was to find the hack. So yeah, this one, the sound, everything worked just fine. And also, one thing I noticed that if you are, let me just, if once you change it to Pymenu and you want to access the USB, this system doesn't have the utility for you to access the USB. So what you do is you do a shutdown reboot, but it still won't see the USB. So you will have to boot it back to the original called customer menu. Then it will work. Oh, let me zoom this. Okay, here you go. Now let me quit. Oh, I just pause it. Some of them require you press this power button to get out. Some of them require you press both buttons to get out. So you have to try either one. There's so many emulator, I don't remember which is which. So just FYI to let you guys know that that's how you get out the game. I know if you want to get out, you have to press the R and the top both together at the same time to quit, I believe. We could check one of the main to see. Now, one thing cool about it is all the main that people was asking me about, that Double Dragon and Mrs. Pac-Man, you know, those game work. Press B to get out this menu, and it does work. So I'm trying to get them. I'm trying to get their groups to continue working on the development of this system, so that we could actually have. Oh, my screen went to sleep. Not this one, my computer laptop. Then I realized that all these new like Sega Genesis work on here. It doesn't work on Retro Arcade. So Sega Genesis work and Master System work together, and Game Gear also work on this system. So it's a dream come true where all the emulator work on one system, and this now become one of my favorite to play, because Retro Arcade originally was the one that I enjoy because it looked like I don't have it on me, Retro Arcade Mini, and I mean, not Retro Arcade Mini, Retro Arcade, period, that's the name. RS-07, that's the model. And that one used to be my favorite, but then there's a lot of emulator that doesn't work. And it doesn't make sense to go to custom menu and install Pymenu because Sega Genesis doesn't work. But this one does work. So they do know how to make it work. It's just that they need to figure out how to make the screen wider so it will work on the 4.3 instead of this small screen. Okay, so I just find out that all my games that I unzip to BIN or SMD, Sega Master format, Sega Master Drive MSD, it turned out it does not recognize it. You have to put it in a zip file. So sad to say. So I only have one file that is zip, and that's this one. And one thing cool about it, the small version that I did a demo on it, on the little arcade, it only work on the little small version. It doesn't work on the full version of the Felix. And this one actually play the full version of it. And I'm like, oh wow, this emulator is real cool. See? Now, I don't know why every time they change to Pymenu and they always keep the value low. I don't know, maybe because they're working at night, they don't want to wake up anybody and they forgot to turn it up. So alright, so we're just gonna press star. See, it did the whole demo. How awesome. It's like the this version is even better than the one that you are getting from Walmart. The one you got from Walmart is not even this full version. It's kind of mini version of this one. This one actually show you, the whole thing and everything. It look almost like the one you get for Apple in Apple version when they used to have it, but they took it out. I don't know why. They put a different version instead. So I still have sinus. I don't know if it's allergy or what, but I'm still see all this character going there. So this is a full-blown version that work on this system. So that's cool. And if you check my link, I was doing comparison. I do have those files available for you to download, so you could go check that out. The link for the WoW Fix It. So this is cool. This is just like the one in Apple. But unfortunately, the one in Walmart that's selling the mini arcade for Fix-It Philips is not the same version as this one, where this one is the full Sega Genesis version of it, and it is a full version of it. Okay, I'm not gonna play the whole thing. So anyway, press both buttons. Then you can save the stage. Let me go ahead and save it. Oop. Press A, and just pick one of the slot 0, and I believe I saved it. Okay, then just exit out. Okay, so I have to go back and put all my file in zip format. So right now I unzip it because RetroArcade, I did it on all unzip. It doesn't work on zip, and now I have to reverse it for this model. So yes, it's gonna be a lot of work. So I don't have the full development of all this thing put together like I did in RetroArcade, and I don't think I'm gonna do it because I have to create a lot of Google Drive, a lot of account just to able to update some of those files up there for people. And I'm running out. I got too many account, and so I don't think I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna show you how to get this image to work over here. So what you do is, let me go ahead and go to the computer. Oh, I also got this one working. This one is awesome. I didn't know what this was until I accidentally run into one on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, this is what this is? This is called the Open BOR, Bro. And this game is awesome. People actually took and modified an awesome game to, like homebrew's game, where they take the game and make it better. They make it where you could choose more character and even more combat you could play fighting across the theme. Instead of just fighting each other, you could actually fight. It's like a scrolling game, more combat. You could pick the character you want and you go and keep on fighting the bad guy, which is cool. It's cool. On this one, you could pick a lady. You got two ladies to pick from, a blonde and a brunette. This shooting game, because most of this is just a soldier, two guys. That's it. But you get to pick, I think 4 or 5 different characters. So all this game is actually pretty cool. I actually went and find picture for it, so that way when I point to it, like Final Fight Gold, that one actually work here too, and then Final Fight X, and Final Fight Gold, another one, and King Dungeon, and more combat. Now some of this game will work. You could play it, but you have, when you're trying to shut it off, it doesn't shut off, so you have to take the battery out. Now like this one, Shredder X, you could play it, but the screen some reason tend to flick, and I don't know if I need to change the resolution, the processor speed to more higher so I can play all of them. But I'm still testing them out, but majority, all the one I have here all work. It just some of them work nicely, like no issue on it, like this machine is made for it. Let's just try one. Okay, let's try this one. Open Beat Up Rage. I guess that's what it stands for. Open BOR. Open Beat Up of Rage. Okay, so you go to this menu, and then you pick the game you want to play. And it's Battletoads, Beat Up Rage. Let's go ahead and try this one. See, this is the one that it worked, but it's flicking. Okay, and it does that. It is exactly like what you're seeing, what I'm seeing, but it's playable. The game is playable. I don't know why this value. I'm gonna have to go into the custom firmware and turn the value back up. So you pick new game, new, easy, and then you got the different character to choose from. Now some of the game doesn't do this, only few. And to end the game, you just select end, press A. And the game, whenever you choose end, it does take a while for it to end the game. And there's not, you just have to wait till it finally end and quit, and the system get out of the game, and then go back to the main menu. Now the game that does flick like this, those are the, okay, it does go back, cool. I thought I had to take the battery out and put it back in. Let me try one that actually work, show you, because it doesn't look that bad at all. It just, the one I picked happened to be not one of the good one. I wrote it on a piece of paper. Let me make sure I don't pick the, there's like 1, 2, 3, Battletoads have issue, Beat Up of Rage have issue, Control Lock doesn't have any issue, Final Fight 3 doesn't have any issue. So let me see, Art of Fighting is good. Now one of this game, for some reason it does not show, I really don't want to play shoot up game. Let me see, Final Fight, is this Final Fight Go Plus? Okay, this one Super Plus. Oh, I choose the one picture. This is Go Super Plus, and this one worked fine. Oh, this one a little bit longer. Apparently the game is a little bit longer, but it doesn't affect the gameplay because it's only a little bit that you can't see. But this one worked as well. This one was demo in YouTube, so if you look that up, it's awesome game. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun, and it take a long time to load. But once it's load up, the gameplay fine, the picture is fine, and everything. Did not, every time they put the Pymenu, they need to stop, turn the sound so low, because once we upgrade it, then the sound is low, and then we have to go back and fix that. Okay, while this is loading up, let me show you what you need to do to make it work. Okay, you will have to take now this thing already have SD card in it. Okay, so you could either open this up, take the SD card out, put it on your computer, and then just, I'm gonna give you the link. You could unzip it and then copy everything over. Okay, you could copy everything over, and you could do replace all is fine. Okay, or actually you don't have to replace all, just copy everything over, and let me show you what you need to do. So first thing you have to do is to first I need to log in. First thing you have to do is you have to upgrade to the firmware, custom firmware 1.6. Okay, so let me go to their site. Oh, that's not it. Yeah. So you will either have to download from here. This is only for, this demo is only for RS-97. Okay, let me go ahead and refresh the screen. So the game is started. So you're gonna press start, choose your mode, start. Alright, so you got all this character you could choose from. On this Final Fight. It's pretty cool. You could choose from Final Fight from 2 and 3, all the characters, even Street of Rage character, Ryu, Chun-Li, and they are not the cheap version hack like they have on Sega Genesis. They actually fight and the character look good on this game. Yeah, choose a different character that they don't have. Yeah, let's try Chin-Li. Chin-Li is a real popular character. It's just a whole bunch of talking. I'll hold this up again. I want to show you how to get the... Alright, just quick one. And the graphic is so good, so cool. Like she actually belong in this game. Alright, enough of that. Let me get out of the game. Press enter the quit. Okay. And then game's over. We'll take you back to the main screen. Alright. Let's do this one. So apparently he have upgrade Jet Li actually upgrade the system. Okay. Because last time we were looking at it, before I refreshed the screen, there was a picture, you know, in the top screen. Right now, you don't have a picture. Now you have something called RetroGame version 1.0 useless firmware download. Okay, so let me see if I can zoom in more. I don't know why he put black here. It's really hard to see. I'm not sure what exactly is that. Oh, that's a little picture of the game system. That little picture is just a game system, like little icon with a joystick, red dot. So this is RetroGame. This is the main stock firmware, and this is the custom firmware. So they call the custom firmware useless, and stock firmware that one. And this is no, I'm not sure what is useless. Oh, that is maybe the Pymenu, I believe. Okay, so normally I would tell you to go and download this and burn into an image, but the problem is it doesn't work. It's not made for all the retro game called what do you call that, because there's 5 different models, so it doesn't work with mine. So what I did is I figured out a way to make it work. So I'm going to show you how to make it work. So instead of going here and download his link for the Pymenu, don't download this one. Okay, this is a stock firmware, like when you first purchase it. If you want to make a copy of it, you could download this, but you have to make sure you download the right version. See, let me see what this actually do. Will they ask me to what model do I have, or did they just download one? It's not even working. Oh, you gotta click on this icon. Gee. The arrow is pointing there, but the icon is pointing there. I would never guess that that's what I need to do. Okay, now I show you something totally different. Let me get out of this game, making music right now. Quit. Alright. Okay. So it show you a picture of RetroGame, which, like, okay. And then, oh my goodness. Let me see if I could make this smaller. I don't know why he's showing us this picture for. Color screen, CPU, okay. this is the first time I'm watching this. I don't know where is the frame where it say to download. You click here, but I don't see a place where you could download it. You just okay, retro game. Okay, you have different model, what it look like. I guess they sell all these different one. Like this is the one is demoing. So, and they have retro mini as well. So they also sell this one too. I didn't know that. So that's the reason the operating system looks very similar. It is a bigger screen than this one. So those of you who want to buy, I guess you could go and check this one out instead of this one. This is the one we have. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. Can I go back, or I need to close this screen? Okay. So anyway, what you're gonna do is there's a whole bunch of different model of retro RS. So I'm not gonna take you here. This is the customer framework where you have to download. Okay, but I don't think you want to download from here. So originally there was a system board tell you what model you're supposed to have, and I guess that model picture disappeared. Oh wow, he changed the whole screen. Everything look different now, and I probably have to wear my glasses to see this. Okay, universal kernel. I'm gonna have to do some research on this because I don't know that any of this thing actually linking to the correct thing. Alright, let's forget about this, okay? I'm gonna give you a link where you could go and download it, okay? And once you finish download it, let me see if I remember where I put it. I don't know, did I put it here or did I actually put it in? No, I think I put it in. Oh, I unplugged something. Let me see. I unplugged one of the hard drive. Let me put that hard drive back on. Okay, so once you finish, I'm gonna zip this up for you. Let me see where I can find it. Pymenu RS-97. Okay, I'm gonna zip this up for you. Okay, all these file zip. What you need to do is you need to take your file from SD card from all this and put it into a folder called BAK. Back it up. Okay, and then you just once you finish unzip, it will look like this. You just select all and then just copy and paste. Okay, you actually could go ahead and replace it all because this one originally came from custom firmware and I put Pymenu over it, so you can actually copy all this over. You'll be fine. No, let me take that back. This one doesn't have anything. This one is original Pymenus. So you just want to copy stuff over, but you don't want to replace everything. Okay. So if it say you want to replace anything, you say skip. Okay. So now, without taking the system apart, without taking this handheld apart, this is what you need to do to make it work. Okay. Now here's the problem. I already have Pymenu on this, okay? I already have this on it. And in order for me to make this work, I will have to shut it down, okay? So the way to do it is there's an icon here and there's an icon here. I need to, instead of I'm scrolling sideways, I'm gonna go down and I'm going to choose power, okay? Now before I do that, I need to plug because the custom firmware now support the mini USB, okay, mini USB, not micro USB but mini USB. This is the cable that comes with the handheld. You're gonna take that and you're gonna plug the other end to your computer, okay? You're gonna plug this to your computer, your regular USB port to your computer, okay? So we're gonna plug that in right now. Okay, once you plug it in, you're gonna select A. Now this is how you're gonna do it after you install the Pymenu. From now on, this is how you do it. See, when you plug it in, it says charging. Okay, you wanna press. Once you arrow down, it's gonna make this one brighter. If you arrow back up, see, you are up here now on top. So you go down, you are here. Press that, and then do. You could do power off. And once it's power off, you're gonna press the power back on. Okay. Now when you power back on, it still doesn't work. Now the custom menu, before you install the Pymenu, it will come up and ask you, do you want to press A or press the A or the other option, A or B. Okay. Right now it still doesn't work. So you're gonna go now in the near future. After you install Pymenu, this is how you get to that screen. Now, if you have custom firmware, when you tell it to turn it power off, power back on, it's going to ask you for USB. So you don't have to do this, what we are doing now. But once you upgrade and you want to access your SD card inside without have to open the system up, you will have to go to application, okay? And you will have to go to the Gmenu 2X. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and zip this one up because this one already created this for you. Now, and also some of the preview have all the artwork already put on this system. Not all of it, only some, like PlayStation, stuff like that. Alright, so you're gonna go look for Gmenu and press enter. When you press enter, that's when it's going to show you two, A and B. B for charging, A is for USB drive. So you want to use it as A as a USB drive. Okay. Once that happens, you go look at your computer. See, it's recognizing your right there. See that? It's already recognizing your S drive. It will recognize both your internal and external SD card. Okay, my external SD card is called the 128 right here, right there, 128 gigabyte. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open that one. Okay, I'm gonna open up the new window. Where's new window? New window. Okay. Alright, so let's zoom this back in so I can move the screen to the side. So I'm going to move this over here. Make this smaller. And make this screen smaller. Okay. So what you're going to do is once you finish update your customer firmware, and hopefully you guys know how to do that. Okay, you just burn the image. So you're gonna go to this one. That is your internal SD card, which I rename it so I can understand. If you see a little icon like that, that is your internal SD card. Okay. If you see a little picture like this, that is your internal SD card. I just happen to I name it so I know this SD card is for RS-97 because I'm doing a lot of demo and sometimes I forget what is what, and I sometimes actually need the SD card and I format it, and I say no, I shouldn't have done that. No, I lost everything. So that's why when people ask me, Johnny, where'd you get this? Where'd you get that? Sometimes I have to think about it. Where did I put it? Did I format it or what? Okay. So right now this one have exactly the same thing on the other side because I copied over already. This one already have Pymenu. But let's just say if it doesn't have Pymenu, you want to go ahead and create a folder called BAK and copy all this file, okay, to a folder you just created and just move it over there, okay? And then once you finish moving it over there, you are going to take the one I give you the link that is zip. You're going to copy the whole thing and you are just going to paste it. You're going to do copy like so, and then you're just going to put it over here and paste it. And then after you finish pasting it, you reject the SD, reject the system, and then your system will come up and will boot up as a Pi. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Okay? You don't have to do any image burning. Once you upgrade your SD card to a custom firmware, which is 1.6, okay, version 1.6. I have a video about how to do that. Once you do a patch and update it, you have to back up your internal SD card because your USB does not work, so you can't do it the way I just showed you now. After you upgrade it, then this function, the USB stuff, will work like this, okay? But before you upgrade to 1.6, this USB is not fixed, so it doesn't work. So you have to open this up, put the SD card into your computer, and copy all your data out. Now it's going to create a three partitions. It's going to say either a P or K that need to be formatted, and then one of them will have an icon like that. You look for the one that have a picture like that. Click on it, copy all that out somewhere, especially the emulator and your game, your ROM, the stuff that you know all your ROM is. Copy those out. If you don't know, just copy everything out. Well, yeah. And then, well, you don't want to do that because then you copy it back, then you put it back to before the patch. So only thing you want to copy out is you don't want to copy emulator out either. You only want to copy the stuff that you keep all your ROM is. I keep all my ROM in the same place. Okay, if you keep it on the SD card, external SD card, that'd be greater. That'd be better. Then you know all your file is on external SD card. Then you don't have to worry about it. So if you don't put anything internal, because the internal SD cards only has 16 gig. So you could, what I do is I will copy everything out just to be safe side in case I need something that I forgot to copy out. I'll copy it into my computer somewhere and create a folder, say backup or something. Then I'll burn the image, and sometimes you might want to create an image as well. Okay, so the best way is grab another SD card. If you don't know how to back it up, if you are not familiar how to back it up or write this device into an image file for safekeeping, then it's best you go get another SD card. They don't cost that much, $20. Get another SD card, then do a patch, download the 1.6, and then once you install that, then you go grab this. Will be under the description. I will have this file. Download it, unzip it, then copy everything over. Okay? And because when you copy everything over, if you don't move this, it's going to ask you, do you want to replace those? But you're not sure which file they are asking. Normally, I'll say no, don't replace anything. So this is the only 4 files that look the same. Okay, so what I did is I copied those files into this folder right here. 1, 2. There's only 3 files. So copy those 3 files into a safekeeping folder, and then when you copy everything over, it asks you, do you want to overwrite it? You say no, and that's it. Okay, and then once you finish, you pretty much just reject reject this. You just click on the USB and just reject the SD card. You don't have to reject both of them. You just reject one of them, and it will automatically reject both of them. Then you could just unplug it. See right here, 128 gig, and I can't choose both. I'm just gonna choose one of them. Okay, and then both of them will disappear, and then you just unplug it. Well, one of them is still open because I didn't close it. And then once you unplug it, it automatically boot to it. And then once you boot up, you will see the Pymenu. Okay. Now only thing I can see is it have all the emulator that come with this system, so you don't have to go create it. The emulator is all there. All the one from the patches that they are giving you are in this Pymenu. So you don't have to go create extra one. Okay, but you do have to edit the file, and the only 2 places you have to change is when you press the select button. The only thing you just go to edit, press A. The only place you have to change is the ROM folder and then the preview folder. Okay, where you keep your file. Okay, you have to tell it where the file is, and then where's all the picture located at. Okay, you could call my folder, I call it preview, but you could call it anything you want. You know, David Johnson, and then the folder ROM Turbo 16, whatever you want to call it. I put PCE 396 is because I have 396 games in here. So that's how I know how many games I have in this system. So you just gonna scroll down to this place, and then you just gonna press A, and it's gonna ask you, okay, where is your game at? And mine is pointing to the external SD card. And once I come here, I don't really want to choose either one because I want it to show both of them. And then once I go in, they will show all the other game inside. And then this is my artwork of those 2 games put together, the Japanese and USA version. Once you finish with that, you just press start button, and automatic, if you notice, it say PC 386. Then you do the same with your folder. Okay, so once you finish everything, you just press start button to save it. And then to test to see if it works, you just press A, and then you just go down to your game, the USA game, press enter, and there's all your game with pictures. So that's the only thing you have to do on AV emulator. That's what I have to do. I only got PC Turbo 16 working because that's one of my favorite games. I haven't touched Atari. There's nothing there. If you click enter, oh, take you directly to Atari. This one is a different Atari. Never seen this before. This is a different version. Interesting. Well, I never played that one before, because that one is more like a ST. I don't even have a game for this. Oh. And then you have Wonder Color, Game Boy Color. Now Game Boy Color, it all have to be zip file, because right now it's not seeing any game because I don't have it zip. You cannot leave it as unzip. It doesn't work on this emulator. So I don't have anything working there. And Sega Genesis, same thing. I already set it up, but I don't see any game working because all my game is unzip. So I have to zip it to a .zip, then it will show up. Right now it's not showing up. So the only game that actually will work, I think, is my May and my PlayStation and my open ball. and this one would actually take you. I should tell it to show the pictures. You have an option to say true or false. False mean go directly to the system. True mean show me the selection. Yeah, press B. Okay. Okay, either A or select or B. I think I have so many gaming here, like a couple thousand, so it's taking a long time to load. Okay, I did press the button I need to press, the A, B, or star select. It does. The reason it's taking so long to load because I have so many gaming here, and I think somebody want me to test Ninja Baseball, so you could select sideways or scroll screen by screen. I don't know if I have all the game download into here because I'm running out of space. Jump too much. I got Ninja Turtle,